Good evening and welcome to the Township of Hillsborough Committee meeting of May 9th, 2023. Ms. Port.
Is your mic on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Please call the roll. Can you hear me now?
Raymond Ciccarelli.
Here.
Raymond Rue.
Here.
Raymond Thompson. Deputy Mayor Britting.
Here.
Mayor LaPlante.
Here.
Administrator Ferreira.
Here.
Attorney Willard.
Here.
Please join me in salute to the flag. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be advised in accordance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, that notice of this meeting was made by the posting on the bulletin board at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex and notifying the officially designated newspapers that this meeting would take place at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex at 7:30 p.m. on May 9th, 2023. We have no minutes to approve at this time, so we will go directly to reports from our committee liaisons, and we will start with Committeeman Ciccarelli.
Thank you, Mayor. First, from the Engineering Department, the Phase 2 of Amsterdam Drive between Fleet and Murphy Drive has started. The new handicap ramps at the intersections were installed last week. In order to prevent issues with the school buses at Amsterdam School, the repaving will be completed after school is over for the year. It should be completed by July 15th. The plans for the last section of Amsterdam Drive, Phase 3, are being prepared and must be approved by the NJDOT Local Aid Grant Division. After that, the project will be publicly bid. The Engineering Department is hoping to begin Phase 3 in the late fall of this year or early spring of next year, depending on the bid process. From Public Works is making headway into the township's stormwater outfalls as part of New Jersey's new stormwater regulations that have been mandated. The areas will be inspected, repaired, and cleaned up as necessary. Many of the issues typically involve heavy vegetation removal. The above photos show a before and after of sediment, debris, and vegetation removals on Kloss Court. So locations involving access through our residents' yards will receive the necessary communication in advance from the Public Works Department. So there is little or no disruption in that process. And we appreciate everyone's cooperation while we're working through these large undertakings. I understand the mayor has one of these on his property too, so it should be interesting. From Planning and Zoning, if you're looking to build a shed on your property, a shed is defined as a freestanding accessory structure or building which does not exceed 200 square feet and has a maximum height of 12 feet and is used primarily for storage purposes, excluding motor vehicles, and are not designed to be served by heat, electricity, or plumbing. So that's the definition of a shed. Please file a zoning permit with the Planning and Zoning Department to start the application process. The zoning permit application and forms can be found on the Hillsborough website at hillsborough-nj.org into the Planning and Zoning location page. On the Municipal Alliance, a thank you to the volunteers who came out on Saturday, May 6th, to participate in the Adopt a Highway program sponsored by the Hillsborough Millstone Municipal Alliance, which cleaned up a section of Route 206, as well as other volunteers who, through our Clean Communities program, cleaned up Doherty Park. So it was a beautiful day, and they did a great job beautifying our town. So that's it, Mayor.
Thank you, Min. Thank you, Committeeman Ciccarelli. Committeeman Rue.
Thank you, Mayor. From the Recreation Department, registration for Summer Camp 2023 is going strong. This year, the Recreation Department has added an early riser option that enables parents to drop off campers as early as 7 a.m. Early riser campers can play games, work on crafts, or have fun on the playground. If you have vacation plans or other summer commitments, you could sign up for as many weeks as you need. In addition to the full 6-week option, there are weekly camp options at $330 per child per week. Check out the Recreation Department website at hillsborough-njrecreation.org for more information. The 2023 Summer Activities Guide is packed with activities and events for everyone. Keep your kids active this summer with art programs, yoga, golf, tennis, STEM programs, summer basketball leagues, as well as summer sports camps, clinics, and music academy. The Hillsborough Township has got something for everybody. Sign up today at register.communitypass.net/Hillsborough. Save the date. We have some great events coming up, so make sure you save the dates. Our Salute to Military Service Breakfast. The annual Salute to Military Service Breakfast will take place on Saturday, May 27th. All military service personnel, veterans, their spouses, widows, and widowers of veterans are invited to attend. You can register for the breakfast by calling the Recreation Department or visiting the Parks and Recreation website and following the Register for Activities link on their homepage. In addition, we have the Memorial Day Parade at 10 a.m. on the 27th. Help us honor our veterans by lining the streets for the annual Memorial Day Picnic, which will also feature classic cars, the Hillsborough High School Marching Band, and many local organizations. The Garden of Honor commemoration ceremony will immediately follow the parade. We have Family Fun Day. You will also want to mark your calendar for Saturday, June 24th, for one of Hillsborough's favorite activities, the annual Family Fun Day and fireworks. In addition to the inflatable amusements, there will be food, games, and live music provided by Gypsy, a Fleetwood Mac cover band. From the Health Department, just a reminder, plastic bags and wraps get tangled around moving equipment in recycling facilities and cause costly downtime. Plastic bags and wraps should not be placed into curbside recycling in Somerset County. Please dispose of plastic bags in the garbage or at a retail collection bin. In addition, the Hillsborough Health Department, in collaboration with the Hillsborough Pharmacy and the Amwell Pharmacy, will offer free blood pressure checks and COVID-19 booster vaccinations on Thursday, May 11th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Health Department. For the seniors, on May 4th, I had the pleasure of attending the Senior Chapter A meeting for a meet and greet. Thank you to Chapter A for the invite. And this is Older Americans Month. Every May, the Administration for Community Living leads the nation's observance of Older Americans Month. The 2023 theme is Aging Unbound, which offers an opportunity to explore diverse aging experiences and discuss how communities can combat stereotypes. It's important to promote flexible thinking about aging and how we all benefit when older adults remain engaged, independent, and included. That concludes me. Mayor, thank you.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Britting.
All right, thank you, sir. So first, we'll start with the best police department in the business, Hillsborough Township. So at this time, no businesses are registered for solicitor or peddler licenses with Hillsborough Township, nor are there any applications that are pending. Anyone currently soliciting business door-to-door is doing so without a permit. You can report any business that is soliciting in your neighborhood to the police department's non-emergency number at 908-369-4323. And please note that this does not include political or religious canvassing. That's exempt from that. Hillsborough does not currently have a no-knock list. That's just for you guys to know. Next is from the tax collector. So this is a reminder for all residents that tomorrow, May 10th, is the last day to pay taxes, second quarter taxes, without penalty or without interest. Checks can be dropped off in either a secure mailbox located at the Township building at the front entrance, right where we all can drop off our mail-in ballots for voting as well, that same area, or by the police department. You can stop by and pay at the tax collector's office between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. or make an online payment at www.hillsborough.nj.org. Now, from the administration and the clerk's office is working on the 2024 Township printed calendar and is pleased to once again partner with the town planner to produce this. Individuals interested in submitting photographs for consideration for the 2024 calendar can either email their high-resolution image along with a photo release form to Deborah Ng at debng@hillsborough.nj.org. Each photo should be saved with the picture's location and the photographer's first and last name. The photo release form can be found at the Township's website at hillsborough-nj.org. The calendar has limited spaces for photographs, so there's no guarantee for that every picture will be used. But I have to say, last year, people submitted really nice pictures. It was beautiful. It actually shows how beautiful this town is. So continue to do that. Please do that. Past calendars have included pictures of Hillsborough's stunning scenery, like I just mentioned, including farms, mountain views, parks, rivers, creeks, and wildlife. We really are lucky to live here. We should all take a moment and think about that. Residents are asked not to submit pictures of people or pets and to be mindful of objects that can block scenery, such as roofs, decks, car windows, and fences. Just beautiful, beautiful Hillsborough scenery. That's what we're looking for. From the Hillsborough Business Association, the HBA, the Springs Networking Social will take place on the evening of Wednesday, June 14th on the patio at the Landing. Come by and mingle with fellow business owners and professionals, as well as the mayor and the rest of the Township Committee. See the registration information on the Hillsborough Township website or in this week's e-news. That's all from me, Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. A couple things from me. As many of you probably was able to do, April 26th was Take Your Child to Work Day, and we here at the Township encouraged and welcomed many new young employees to Hillsborough Township to Take Your Child to Work Day. These diligent workers spent time with Judge Frank Taddeo to learn more about the municipal court before visiting me in the mayor's office to learn more about those duties and working for the Hillsborough Township. Afterward, our newest staff members went outside to learn more about the OEM, the fire, and DPW trucks before coming back inside for a day full of fun and games and, of course, pizza. So I think they all had a pretty good time here at the Township. And thank you for all our employees bringing their children, and also our employees for welcoming them the way they did. On May 4th I was joined by Committeeman Ciccarelli as Hillsborough hosted our first annual National Day of Prayer Interfaith Ceremony. Thank you to all those who came out and supported the event, especially Monsignor Joe Curry, Pastor Jill Collick, as well as our Interfaith Community Network for putting this event together. So it was a nice day. And then we had a little special employee breakfast. So myself, Mayor, Deputy Mayor Britting, Committeeman Ciccarelli, Committeeman Rue, Administrator Ferreira joined me and flipping pancakes back in the grill in honor to feed all our employees a pancake breakfast. It was fun. We had a great day of busting each other's chops a little bit. And all the employees seemed to have a nice time on a very casual, fun-filled breakfast. And I look forward to doing that again next year. We'll work on the gluten-free pancakes a little better next year. A little sticky. Duke Farm Sunday, this past Sunday was the kickoff of Duke's Farm in the farm market. Staff from the administration office, the economic and business development department, the health department joined me in welcoming shoppers and answering questions about Hillsborough Township. It was a beautiful day. It was packed. The parking lot was full. Actually, good thing I had a Jeep. I had to make my own parking spot in the grass. And as usual, the bread line was 45 minutes long. So if you're going to go to get the bread, you got to get there early. After that, we had to continue a very busy day. On May 7th, volunteers assembled at our Flagtown Park to plant trees as part of Mom's Garden Project through the We Love You Foundation in collaboration with Amazon and the efforts to plant 155,000 trees in New Jersey by the end of 2023. Deputy Mayor Britting and Committeeman Ciccarelli and our little young planters, Deputy Mayor's sons came. There was actually a very well-run event. I was impressed by the amount of turnout, and the park was left in a great way after they were there. But their plan is to plant 1 million trees worldwide by 2026. That is their goal. So just a quick reminder that our last township meeting, we authorized the sale of 2 additional liquor licenses. All the bid information is on our website, and the sealed bids are due back on or before June 15th. And then we had a little fun event. Some mindful play, puppy yoga took place on April 26th. I was joined again by Committeeman Ciccarelli and Rue for some puppy time as Borough Safe kicked off this event, raising awareness for puppy rescues as well as mental health and available resources. I'll say I don't know how much yoga was actually done, but I know there was a lot of puppy hugging and kisses and all that. It was a pretty cute event. And actually it was sold out and we have a wait list. So if it's something you want to do next time, get in early because it fills up. We had 50 people, right? Fill the room. Thank you for that event. And then on Sunday, I joined some of my Rotary people, President Ashley and Tricia, for Steps Together's event at the high school, 100 Laps of Healing. So basically it was a fundraiser, again, just to walk around the high school and raise money for funds for local families in medical crisis. So it was another great event. I don't know how many laps they did. I didn't get up to, but there was probably 50, 60 people there walking. So again, thank you to all those who support Steps Together. And a note on Hillsborough Night, Patriots Stadium will join us on Friday, June 23rd. As I throw out a pitch, we'll see if I can make it to the strike zone like my three compadres did here for Little League. But please see E-News and join us for Hillsborough Night Somerset Patriots. But as always, you can stay connected with all events and more via the Wednesday e-newsletter. Be sure to follow and like the official Hillsborough Township Facebook page, Twitter, and now Instagram, TV29, the Hillsborough YouTube channel, and Hillsborough Alerts for all traffic and emergency notifications. We have a few proclamations and recognitions to do today, so I will go down and start with that. And then, as always, we'll take a brief break for those who like to leave.
Gotta play some music. Between the walk.
I know, right?
Hear me? All right. So my first proclamation, I'd like to call up Joseph Patty. Marion, can you come up too? So Joseph Patty, a Hillsborough High School senior and member of Boy Scout Troop 186, has earned the rank of Eagle Scout. Joseph's Eagle Scout project consisted of a very special project and building a memorial in honor of Assistant Chief Bill Schaefer. Schaefer, sorry, I should now say that. Schaefer, who died in the line of duty, which is located in the municipal building in the fire safety corner on your way into the library. Joseph served as a senior patrol leader, and quartermaster. He is also a member of the Hillsborough Township Volunteer Fire Company No. 2. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby recognize and extend our sincere congratulations to Joseph Patty for not only achieving the rank of Eagle Scout, an honor for both himself and those who guided him, but also for a wonderful tribute to a fallen hero that we all know and love in our memory, and wish you best for a bright future. Thank you and congratulations.
So first of all, I'd just like to thank everyone who helped me along the way. It was definitely hard and it took a long time for this stuff to come, but it was worth it in the end. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mom and Dad, too.
Joseph, I'd just like to say thank you so much for all of your hard work and dedication to this project. It really means a lot. Bill was somebody who loved his community, gave his life for his community, but he died doing what he loved best, and that was being a firefighter. And again, so thank you so much for this honor. Thank you to the Township Committee, and thank you to all of you, all of our volunteers who are with us tonight in the back of the room. It's greatly appreciated.
Mom and Dad?
Yeah.
Come up. Somebody else take it.
Yeah, give him the phone. Come on up.
Sideways. Jennifer Peterson. Clap. Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer Peterson, a third grade teacher, has the honor of being named Woods Road Elementary School Governor's Educator of the Year for 2022-2023 because of her dedication and service to the Hillsborough School District. Jennifer has been a member of the Hillsborough School District faculty for 11 years. She facilitated the Woods Road School Family Math Program for 8 years, was a district technology trainer in the early years of the program, helped organize the Woods Road School Talent Show for many years, and is a member of the School Character Education Committee. Now, therefore, it be proclaimed that we, the Mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, further commend Jennifer Peterson for being recognized as Woods Road Elementary School Teacher of the Year, and we thank her for all her work and dedication to Hillsborough's youth. Congratulations.
Thank you to the mayor and town council for this recognition. I was lucky enough to be placed as a student teacher at Woods Road School, and now 11 years later, it is where I have continued my teaching career. I've been in third grade the entire time, and it is just an absolute wonderful place. And I knew when I was placed there it was special, but now I'm just very grateful that it's the place that I can call home for as my teaching career.
Take a picture.
Congratulations. All three of my boys. Will. The other one will.
There's always one. Right. Amanda? Amanda Rebello. Amanda Rebello, a speech language pathologist, has the honor of being named Hillsborough Elementary School Governor Educator of the Year for 2022-2023 because of her dedication and service to Hillsborough School District. Amanda has been a member of the Hillsborough School District faculty for 2 years. She created a speech referral guide for teachers and other related service providers, assisted in leading school assemblies to celebrate students with good character and support students who stutter with advocacy. There we go. Say it slow and say it. Advocacy in creating a presentation. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the Mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, further commend Amanda Rebello for being recognized as Hillsborough Elementary School Educator Service Professional of the Year, and we thank her for all her work and dedication to Hillsborough's youth. Congratulations.
Just want to thank the mayor and the township committee for recognizing this achievement. I'm so thankful to have started my career in such a great district and a great place, and I look forward to continuing to learn from my colleagues, administration, and students at Hillsborough Elementary School.
2023 Building Safety Month. We have someone from our building department. Our head, John Fiedler. Right, Giants aren't playing. Yeah, football's back in New York, I think. All right. The 2023 Building Safety Month theme is It Starts With You. Encourages awareness about planning for safe and sustainable construction, career opportunities in building safety, understanding disaster mitigation, and energy conservation. Our confidence in the structural integrity of buildings in our community is achieved through the devotion of our building safety and fire prevention officials, architects, engineers, building tradespeople, design professionals, and others in the construction industry. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that we, the Mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2023 as Building Safety Month and encourage our citizens to join with their communities by participating in Building Safety Month activities. John?
Thank you, Mayor. One part of Building Safety Month, I think, which commonly gets overlooked is the importance of building safety. So once again, as a code official since 1995, we appreciate the recognition because our jobs are not just harassing homeowners. That's not our job. Okay, we issue permits, yes. It's quality control. Make sure that building is safe, not just for you, but for the next occupant of that building. That's not just your home. That might be a business in town. Because over the years, we want those businesses to endure. We want the homeowners to have a lasting investment of the building they may have just built or even renovated. So the importance sometimes gets overlooked, but that's our job. We're trained professionals. We're there to protect your best interests. And on behalf of the New Jersey Building Officials Association, as president for the last 3 years, we appreciate the honor. On behalf of the building department, we appreciate the recognition and also like to recognize all the recipients today on your awards. Keep up the great work. I'm a Blue Line family, so you too, guys. Nice work. Stay safe.
National Mental Health, Mindy. You got props to hang up? All right. You hold that. All right, hold that. I'll hold like this. How's that? May is National Mental Health Awareness Month and Stigma-Free Month, wherein we seek to raise awareness about the importance of mental health and to stop stigma associated with mental health. In the United States, 1 in 5 adults will experience mental illness each year, and 70% of youth experience a mental health disorder each year. Hillsborough Township and Hillsborough School District have been designated as stigma-free communities. The Stigma-Free Initiative helps raise awareness surrounding mental health and strives to create an environment where individuals feel free to seek to enhance their mental health without being stigmatized. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the Mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby declare May as Mental Health Awareness Month and encourage all Hillsborough residents to implement self-care strategies and celebrate our behavioral health heroes on the front lines.
Okay, thank you. My name is Minda Maggio, and I work in the school district. And I'm up here really as one person, but I really represent a whole committee of people who work on Borough Safe. Borough Safe is a volunteer organization here in town. We work to promote mental health, mental wellness, and suicide prevention. The statistics are alarming. People are really struggling with their mental health, and we really appreciate the proclamation and the dedication from the mayor and the township committee. Thank you for your support at Puppy Yoga and for all of the things that we do. We really appreciate it. It's so important that we as a community help each other, understand that there's resources available to help with our mental health and our mental wellness. A couple things we have coming up. We have our mental health fair here at the municipal building on Friday, May 12th. Should be a beautiful night of weather, and we have it out front, and there's a lot of great resources. It's free. It's open to all ages. It's open to anybody who wants to come. And we also have a virtual viewing of Angst, a documentary about mental wellness and anxiety. It features Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer, who many people don't even realize struggled so much with mental health, and yet he was able to overcome it. It's a documentary that really kind of shows the struggles, but also the hope and resiliency that people have. So anybody wants to get more involved, we welcome anybody in the community who wants to get involved. Our website is boroughsafe.org. Our contact information is there, and more information always goes out weekly. Again, thanks to the Township Committee, in the Mayor's e-news and the Hillsborough Experience. So stay tuned. And if you're interested to get more involved, we'd love to have you. Thank you so much.
Okay, Chief, your group. Put it back, two over on this side. Otherwise, hand will start shaking. In 1962, President John F. Kennedy proclaimed that May 15th as National Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the calendar week of May 15th, which falls on also National Police Week. The members of Hillsborough Township Police Department play an important role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of our citizens of our community. It is important that all citizens understand the problems, duties, and responsibilities of their police department and how they faithfully serve and protect against violence and disorder, the innocent against deception, and the weak against oppression or intimidation. Now, therefore, it be proclaimed that we, the Mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby proclaim the week of May 14th, 2023 as National Police Week in Hillsborough Township and honor those law enforcement officers who their courageous deeds have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community or have become disabled in the performance of the duty, and let us recognize and pay respect to the survivors of the fallen heroes.
Thank you, Mayor, Township Committee, Administrator, for your ongoing support of the police department. It's greatly appreciated. The officers throughout the department feel that support from you as well as the community we serve here. The officers don't do this for any kind of recognition. It is very nice that you give the recognition, though, especially during this week. And we all honor those who lost their lives in the line of duty in this profession. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to all those who are here. We'll now take a brief, 4-minute pause here for those who'd like to leave. So go ahead, and then we'll continue on with our meeting. Okay, we're back. Thank you to all those. So we have 18 consent agenda items on the agenda for tonight. Would we like to take any out separately to address them? May I make a motion, any of those? 14.
Make a motion for taking on number 14, starting with that one first, please.
Okay, we have a second.
Second.
We need a roll call for that, or roll call, please?
Commissioner Crowley,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Brennan.
Yes.
Mayor LaHoney.
Yes. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is consent agenda 14 is a resolution authorizing the hiring of Ryan Osett for a position of DPW Worker 1 in the Public Works Department. Can we have comments or may we have a motion to approve?
Yes, good.
Motion first, then comment.
Motion, so moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Now comments from the dais. Anthony Farrar?
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. I'm excited to be adding Ryan Osett to our Department of Public Works, an opportunity to interview him along with Mr. Reserve. I know he was unable, the Department of Public Works Director wasn't able to make it, but no, he felt the same way as I did and the other managers, that we're very fortunate to have Mr. Osett join our team and look forward to many successful years ahead and a career here in Department of Public Works. So welcome aboard.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other comments?
Welcome.
Okay. Seeing any comments from the dais on consent number 14 only? Seeing none, roll call, please. Comments from the floor, I said. Did I make? No? No from floor? Okay. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Crowley,
Yes. Welcome.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Brennan.
Yes.
Mayor LaHoney.
Yes. Welcome, and see you at 7 a.m., right? Start time?
June 20th.
Thank you very much.
But he's free to go now.
You're welcome. You're welcome to go home now. We'll see you June 20th. All right. So we'll move on to the balance of the consent agendas, which is 1 through 18, with the exception of 14. May I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
Any comments from the dais? Any comments from the floor on consent agenda 1 through 18? Less 14? It's like doing math question. Equals what? Okay, seeing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Crowley,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Brennan.
Yes.
Mayor LaHoney.
Yes. Okay, so we are done with that. We'll move on to public hearings 2023-05. Ordinance amending Chapter 188 Land Use and Development, Article 1, Title, Purpose, Definition, Section 188-3, Words and Terms Defined. Article 4, Design and Performance Standards, Section 188-83, Sign Design Standards and Criteria of the Code of Township of Hillsborough, Somerset County, New Jersey. The ordinance amends the language in the Township Code to allow for the modernization of static billboards to more aesthetically pleasing digital billboard. Make a motion to open to public, right? Make a motion?
So moved.
Make a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Any discussions from the dais? Anything from Mr. Coyce? Would like to add anything to that? If definitions or?
Good evening, Mayor, Township Committee, and general public. Mayor, just to build upon that, your description of the ordinance is as is, and this provides standards for how static billboards would be modernized. I did want to inform Township Committee that the Planning Board reviewed the ordinance and found it to be consistent with the master plan. And I'm here to answer any questions that you may have.
Okay. Seeing no, any questions from the floor on this ordinance? Yes, you may. I would expect you so. You know, you paid the nickel to be here.
Susan Gulliford on Club Road. I only had a chance to look at this afternoon, so if I repeat something that's already covered in it, I missed something. First of all, the only ones that we have is 206 at the railroad, the static ones, 206 at the railroad overpass and across from the old audio cafe. Or are there others?
That's correct.
Those are the ones. Okay.
Correct.
It's the only ones I could think of. I looked at some sample ordinances from other towns, and I also found a site, the APA, I think it's a Planners Association, with some comments. First of all, looking at it, I noticed a lot of the other towns have what's called a dwell time chart, which is a chart that set up the speed of the road that's going by it and the speed that the ads turn over on the board. Apparently, it's a safety consideration, and a lot of towns have a chart that shows speed and the amount of time that each advertisement should appear on the board. That's a thought. It had to do with driver safety more than like the look of the board or anything like that. Since it's only 20 feet off the highway, I see they wanted it on a monopole. And I wanted to know, is that going to be a breakaway since it's only 20 feet off the highway? Or can't you do a breakaway for this kind of construction?
I don't know if you have an answer. I know. Go ahead.
Mayor, if I may just answer a couple of those questions. So the first one has to do with the state NJDOT has specific regulations as it relates to the digital sign and how basically the standard for how often it could actually change and the timing. And that all goes through a formal process through the state. In terms of breakaway and what you brought up, there will be an administrative approval process through this in which the township engineer would be reviewing those sort of details. There would have to be sealed plans to certify that, the structure is meeting all requirements. In addition to that, there would also be the building department process as well.
Okay. I also saw that it mentioned landscaping. And I wondered if it was not just landscaping, but would it specify, is it going to be on a certain size cement pad? Landscaping, are we assuming they're going to put some trees or bushes in or what? And the planning website that I found also said they support implementation and enforcement of restrictions on vegetation removal or trimming for the purpose of increasing the visibility of a billboard. I wondered, should that be included? Or again, is that something that's included maybe at the state level?
So this, actually, my apologies. So could you repeat that last part?
They said support implementation and enforcement of restrictions on vegetation removal or trimming for the purpose of increasing the visibility of a billboard. Cutting down the trees and bushes so people can see your board.
Thank you. So that would be part of the review process that we would be
Does it need to
reviewing.
be included in here to make it stronger?
So the two locations in which this can happen, again, we try to provide these standards in which we would have the ability to review it. And we try to put language in there talking about the landscape and the purposes of what we're trying to do. This ordinance isn't going to override any other ordinances that we currently have in place that would protect trees or anything like that. If there's a situation in which someone would conflict with those regulations, then that could require additional approval.
Okay.
So some of these sort of things would be included in the review process.
Okay, and this afternoon, there was a discussion of this online, and somebody asked about taxes, and they said, well, we are getting the use of the board for specified amounts of time for emergencies and for the township. So I also saw, now this was an older comment, so I'm not sure how much this would still stand. Support enabling legislation to levy a user fee or tax on the billboard to reflect the private benefit accruing to owners of the billboards from public investment in public roads, with a recommendation that such revenue be used to support highway beautification efforts. Right now, we have nothing where we're charging them for the use of the board, or would that be grandfathered in because they're not being charged now? Oh, do you want to?
Turn your mic on.
What authority would that be under, where the municipality can do such a thing,
that's like
other than it being a property tax?
That was from the American Planning Association.
You sure they weren't referring to state legislation then?
Legislation to levy user fees or
Okay,
taxes.
legislation, so they're probably talking about
Yeah.
the state. Yeah, we only have certain authorities, and that is given to us by the state. We don't have
Yeah.
the general, we don't have general taxation power. We have property taxation power.
Well, what about a user fee? They used a different
So can I
term.
charge you to use your land?
Well, it depends on what I'm going to do with it.
So, yeah, I can't charge you to use your land, or I don't see where that would be.
You don't think that would fly?
No,
Okay.
I don't think that would fly.
Okay.
If I may, so the APA, in which I'm a member of, the American Planning Association, is a national organization. And so as you could imagine, all 50 states,
Right.
a lot of this guidance that's provided is guidance, and it's general, and it really can differentiate between one place or another. So sometimes there's language that comes from that organization that can be a little bit specific or more general to some other states other than New Jersey.
Yeah, I noticed in general, they were also promoting local oversight of things like that, as opposed to, like you said, just a 50-state comment. So, okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Seeing none, we have a first and a second. May I have a motion to close public hearing, adopt 2023-05?
Make that motion?
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Chicarelli?
Yes.
Mayor Rowe?
Yes.
Mayor Brennan?
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante?
Yes. We have introduction of new ordinances, ordinance 2023-07, ordinance amending chapter 143 vehicles and traffic, article 5 stop and yield intersections, and article 12 schedules of the code of Township of Hillsborough, Somerset County, New Jersey, to create right turn only intersection and prohibit all movements except right turns from Marshall Road to Amwell Road. Further consideration and public hearing to be held on June 13th, 2023. May I have a motion to introduce ordinance 2023-07?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Chicarelli?
Yes.
Mayor Rowe?
Yes.
Mayor Brennan?
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante?
Yes. We have one more, 2023-08, ordinance amending Chapter 237 records public of the Code of Township of Hillsborough, Somerset County, New Jersey, to adopt and codify an open data policy. Further consideration of public hearing to be held on June 13th, 2023. May a motion introduce ordinance 2023-08?
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chicarelli?
Yes.
Mayor Rowe?
Yes.
Mayor Brennan?
Yes.
Yes. Next, we will have our claims list, 2023-08. May I have a motion to approve claims list 2023-08?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any comments from the dais? Seeing none. Any comments from the floor on claims list 2023-08? Seeing none. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chicarelli?
Yes.
Mayor Rowe?
Yes.
Mayor Brennan?
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante?
Yes. So we'll move on to, we have no new business at this time, so we move on to the public comment portion of our agenda. Ms. Bork, please read the statement regarding public comment.
The Township Committee welcomes input from the public. Please state your name and address, and please spell your name for the record. You will be given 1 3-minute allotment for your comments. Please understand that this public forum is not structured as a question and answer session. Comments are to be addressed to the mayor. Again, please keep your comments to 3 minutes. Thank you.
So will anyone that would come up and make a comment, please state your name and address for the record, and then Pam will start the little clock on the board here so you know you're aware of your time, and please be mindful of your time. So we introduce anyone to come up. Sam? No? Anyone in the back? Okay. Comments not on the agenda.
Tom O'Donnell, 33 Ann Street, Claremont Community, coming up to discuss the recent notification, or I should say made aware. I'm assuming the committee is aware that Roycebrook is asking to be on the docket for the next environmental committee hearing to get a reprieve on the 1994 resolution. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. All right. Interesting. A couple of things here. A, This all started about 3 years ago when Mr. Eden brought up the requirements for the well. He was told publicly that he was wrong. We have email traces within the township saying that, uh-oh, what are we going to do? Basically, they are asking about the wells. If you add it up, it's 29 years that nothing's been done. Over 2 tests per year. You're looking at, and 2 tests at minimal. In some cases, I thought I saw it was 4 tests, but we're talking between 50 and over 100 tests that were never performed. The Claremont community feels like we've been put at risk for over 26 years. We have a very interesting letter from the township's attorney and from Mr. Carr. I will just basically get to the one paragraph that basically says, as of now, February 21st, 2021, RPG has failed to produce additional documentation indicating that the requirements of the resolution are being met, including but not limited to no best management practices, yada, 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 no results of annual tests, yada, 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 no results of semi-annual testing, yada, yada, yada. So that's at least 3 tests a year times 26. Final paragraph saying, please provide written documentation, taking all necessary steps in order to be fully compliant with the prior planning board resolution for this property within 30 calendar days of this letter. Failure, I'm going to repeat this, failure to meet the requirements set forth in the resolution and this correspondence could result in legal action and or negatively impact future plans for developing the property. That was February 2021. We have 4 emails going out to the attorney, basically 3 of the 4 at least saying that they were expecting them to be compliant shortly. 27 months later, all of a sudden they're on the EC agenda to get a reprieve. We don't understand how the EC can even consider that, because when we informed and educated the EC that this violation was an occurrence, Mr. Abruptus said to the woman who chairs that board, with those kind of violations, shouldn't they not be able to develop that property? And her answer was, quote unquote, absolutely yes. So now about 9 months later, they're on the agenda to get a reprieve. We feel, in my opinion and in my community's opinion, this is grossly negligent. Our community has been put at risk, and it's about time that this resolution has been put in force and it's properly tested. They're presenting an LSRP to say that the recommendations of 94 are invalid and less effective than their recommendation, which is to test much shallower wells. And the 1994 study was paid for by Hillsborough. It was a very detailed specification, thorough analysis, thorough recommendation. And now we're supposed to trust an LSRP hired by RPG to say that that recommendation was not effective and that theirs is better. In my opinion, their experts have been very inconsistent and have not presented the full truth in a lot of matters related to this property. So we will be going to the EC. I don't know if the Township Committee is aware of this. If it is, I feel really, quite honestly, pissed off that I had to get informed about this from somebody else. You guys have known for 27 months that we've been anxious to get this resolved, and we find out third party that this is on the EC docket. Pretty crappy.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hi, my name is Tim Baracco. I live at 3 Franklin Drive, neighbor of Tom's, same neighborhood. When you consider the way this has been handled or not handled or mishandled over this period of time, and we could go on, but it raises some questions. I wonder, and I'll ask you guys, does the town have a code of conduct or standards of integrity that you guys are bound by, that township officials are bound by? And if not, maybe it's something we need to get when you consider how this thing was, I don't know. It defies words. Okay, this could have gone on for except for 29 years. And all these like sham stories were being told and just runarounds. And now we got the tail wagging the dog. We got Toll Brothers telling us what testing they want to do. Doesn't make any sense. So I think we need standards of integrity and a code of conduct. We don't have it. People got to be accountable. You guys, for us, the community, the residents. This isn't about priorities for the developers. We have land rights too.
Thank you. I'll just say that the situation has been addressed or is being addressed. In fact, the best thing that may be happening to you is that they are coming back in front of the planning board to describe what their plans are. So they will be full testimony given and conduct being testified to and what the conduct will be going forward. That document was drafted by a resolution in the planning department, which the only way to change it is to be changed at the planning department. That's the way it's been stated from the beginning. So that's what will happen after the EC review. And then it'll become to the planning board. And then you will all have your crack at the barrel, so to speak. Mr. Carroll, you had your saying. That's enough. Sit enough. Okay. And at that time, you may have the microphone to address directly to both the owner of the property and the planning board, who will have the ultimate decision as to what goes forward. Okay?
What meeting is that, Mayor?
It'll be after the fact of, it'll be on the planning board after the day, the EC review. So you'll be notified.
So we're no longer.
So, but please do not yell from the back. You will be notified from the planning board meeting, and then that will be when and if it goes, just like any other meeting. Any other comment from you had your 3 minutes. You had your 3 minutes. You can come to the planning board and then at that time you can have your comments. Sir, you can at the planning board is when the ultimate decision is made and anything changed is done at the planning board level, not here. Because they are the one that, so don't talk from the back, okay? That's it. Yeah, there's nothing else to say. But there's nothing else that we're doing from here. Everything will be done at the planning board. Please, the planning board is done as a separate entity by the planning board. Then, so at the planning board, you will come and you can deal with it there. By all the laws of the MLUL. Okay? Any other comments from dais or from the crowd? Seeing none. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mayor Chicarelli.
Yes.
Mayor Rowe.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Brennan.
Yes.
Mayor
Yes. We are adjourned. It's 8:31.